8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army. Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection. Headline edition will bring you special reports and interviews in a moment.
How you doing? This is the guy from Pittsburgh, and I want to talk about an idea I got. Now, people will probably say it's too simplistic, it'll be inflationary, and yet we got a government that fudges on the inflation numbers every month because they don't include the cost of fuel and food in the inflation numbers. The real inflation numbers are like 8 to 10%, not 1%. That's why the city of Richmond just passed a new law raising the minimum wage to $12.50 an hour because they know the citizens of Richmond can't live on those $7 or $8 an hour. And the state of California in 2016 is raising the minimum wage to $10.50 an hour. Well, I got an idea. I couldn't find the book. It's somewhere in here, but I got the book. This is John Stossel's book. No, they can't. Why Government Fails But Individuals Succeed. And that's off of Amazon right there. You can get it on Amazon. It's a great book. You should read it whether you're a liberal, a conservative, or a middle-of-the-road guy. It shouldn't matter to you to get knowledge. And if you reject stuff because, oh, it's written by a conservative, or, oh, that's written by a liberal, then you're stupid. You got to learn. Anyway, in that book, Stossel has a list, and that's why I was hoping to find it in here. And I think he had 94 things that are a tax. Parking tickets, that's a tax. No matter what they call it, it's a tax. Traffic tickets are a tax. Seatbelt tickets are a tax. Bridge tolls are a tax. 94 things around America, state, federal, and local, that are taxes. And now they're talking about taxing e-cigarettes. You got the government that bitch for years, oh, don't smoke a cigarette, it's bad for you. So you go to the e-cigarettes to try to curb your craving for cigarettes. Now they want to tax your e-cigarettes. They always got their hand out for the almighty buck. Well, hold on a minute, let me see where my thing is here. Is it still here? Yeah, they want, just a second, bear with me for a minute. Damn things keep moving under my keyboard thing, which is where I put a lot of my stuff. They want this right here from you. You're $1. There's your Morgan dollar, 1904. And they want, that's funny, it drops in this stuff. They want everything for you. Well, you know, billion years ago, whatever it was, this guy, Dino the Dinosaur, he hung around Fred Flintstone. Fred had his little car, a Question Bear, he asked me what I would do. Yeah, okay. With the economy, to bolster the economy, were up to me. So I said, well, Question Bear. Oh, yeah. And this guy here, either one of them, this guy shakes. There you go. And this is Rock Godzilla. Well, they don't need cars. Rock Godzilla comes out of the ocean and do gigs in Tokyo, and since he's radioactive, he might be doing gigs at Fukushima. But and of course, there's Jack the dog, which I don't have anymore. Wish I still had. And the Shamrock, the Wells Fargo horse. They don't need it. But everything in the country, no matter what you eat, from pizza rolls. There you go, George Norrie's favorite. Ravioli. I love ravioli. Here's your can of corn from Costco, Kirkland. And, of course, my Welch's fruit snacks. Almost everything you eat is brought on a truck. And whether it comes from a refinery or not, It's brought to you in one of these. Somewhere I got a Shell Oil train, or in your Exxon Tiger truck. But it's run by gasoline, and these trucks are run by diesel. The trucks that got to bring you this stuff, they got to pay for that diesel. And I was reading Jim Marr's books, Above Top Secret, the other day. I'm rereading on the bus. Oh yeah, Eugene a Jeep, he don't need no gasoline. He's magic. And of course, I can't keep track of which one is which, Wacko or Yakko. He rides along, and see if I can get him to work here. Yeah, there he goes. He doesn't need gasoline, but this guy does from the Animaniacs. They're going down and up and down. And Dot, she's selling her ice cream. Well, she needs gas. And I haven't heard from the Rocky Mountain Ghost Explorers, but Porky goes out in his, hold on, let me get him, his Ghost Catchers mobile. He needs to get gas too. Well, anyway, so I was reading in the book, oh, by the way, I'm still always dying, this is kind of neat. This is from like 1940. It's a Gulf Oil credit card on paper. Anyway, everything runs on oil. And in that Jim Marr's book, he said 40 cents of every gallon of gas is tax. So figure if you get a gallon of gas, now from here to San Francisco, it's 30 miles. And if you got a 30-mile-gallon car, then that $3.85 a gallon gets you to San Francisco, but don't get you back. You go buy another gallon of gas. And if you commute every day, that's 10 gallons a week. If you don't go anywhere, just from your house across the bridge, and then they tax you for that $6 bridge fare or $4 or $5 to pay for retrofitting the bridges where they put the wrong bolts on them, and it took them from Loma Prieta in 1989 to build the bridge till now. What a ripoff that was. It's welfare for the toll takers. And there's 230 million cars and trucks in this country. And then you got the airlines. They got to bring stuff in on freight. UPS, FedEx, DHL. So they got to pay for airline fuel. And they're taxed on the airline fuel. It ain't free. So I got to thinking, if you're spending 40 cents a gallon for gas, and let's say to go to San Francisco back to commute every day, and we're not even talking about paying for parking, which is kind of another tax. If you're parking on the street, you got to put it in the meter. If you're parking in a parking lot, they gouge you $10, $15, $20, $25, $30 a day. I'd see outrageous rates in San Francisco for parking. But let's say you're spending just the minimum. I'll round it up to make it easier on people. $4 a gallon for gas. Costs you 2 gallons to get to San Francisco and back. If you don't do any shopping or anything else, you're just going to work, going back home on the freeway. So that's $8 a day, 5 days a week, $40 a week. That's $160 a month. What they're taking out, $8 a week out of your pocket for that tax. So 52, that's, let's see, 16, $216 a year. That's at a minimum. And we're not talking about the diesel trucks and the airlines, guys using a Ford, and I keep seeing these Ford commercials, we get 30 miles a gallon. You better get 40 or 50, pal, before you even think of buying your car. Because I ain't driving no Mustang or a Lincoln. We're going to be driving a Prius where we get 50 or 42 because gas is expensive. So I got to thinking, they got the federal road tax. They got state road tax. They even got the city of San Francisco. They got a fuel tax there to pay for, I don't know what, transsexual surgery or something. And now there's a transsexual who changed to a woman and said her male half is a murderer. That's a story that Just 6998 posted. I haven't had a chance to look at it. So you got a split personality there where the one half is a female and the other half is a male, and the male killed somebody. So that's a new one on me. So why don't we do this, President Obama and Harry Reid and Nancy Pelosi and John Boehner and all you Democrats and Republicans and that independent strange guy in Vermont, why don't you give back the fuel tax to everybody in America, state, federal, local, and this would generate spending in the economy. Yeah, it would be inflationary for a little bit, and you don't take it away from people in another tax. Oh, well, you owe federal taxes, or you owe student loan, or you owe traffic tickets, or you owe fines to the state because you didn't pay a seatbelt ticket, or similar BS like that. Everybody in America gets their money back for the gas tax. We eliminate the gas tax nationwide. This would stimulate the economy with 250 million cars and trucks in this country. People would have $200, $300, $400, $500 a year to spend. The truckers spending that money on taxes because you get taxed to get your own food. They've all you get the pizza rolls, but they tax food because they. And if they say, well, we need money to fix the roads, well, okay, you're going to have more spending. That means more people who are working, and you got a lot of people that aren't working. I'm one of them. I feel guilty about it every day, but I can't work. But they'd be spending on the economy. And you say, well, what about the guys who don't have a car? What about the homeless, or the aged, or blind, or disabled? You give them a check. If they're homeless, they got to have some idea. You know, we got the county jail over here to take retinal scans. They scans your eyeballs when you get arrested. Because I got dragged to jail twice, and they take a picture of your eyeballs. And that's got to be going in some database somewhere. So there'd be a way of figuring it out. You give everybody in the country a check. Spend it as they will. Put it in the bank. Or they could spend it for more gas to get to work or go out and shopping. And stop charging them for fuel tax. And if you say, well, we need to fix the roads, okay, you got more revenues from before because people got more money to spend on products and services. And you hold aside like 10% of any new revenues you get to fix the roads. But you don't keep taxing people in perpetuity. In some states are crying that everybody's buying hybrids. We're not getting the gas tax revenues. Well, this way, you're getting them in another way. You're getting them from the income tax, or you're getting them from the what people are buying because they got more money in their pocket. And I would call this thing the No on 40 tax. That's at 40 cents of every gallon of gas you spend, or diesel, or aviation fuel, gets taken out of the pocket of somebody, whether it's a business, an individual, or what have you. And if you ride on a bicycle or you walk everywhere, well, that's different. But we still send you a check once a year. Everybody in the country gets a check. And it's tax-free. Spend it whatever you want. So that's my idea how we stimulate the economy. It doesn't go to no crooked cronies of Obama and unions in Wisconsin. It doesn't go to crooked cronies of Obama with solar companies that fail because he gives them loans and then they use it to funnel it back and do it like a shovel back to his campaign fund. Goes to the regular working guy and the regular businessman. And if you're a rich guy like Jobs, or Jobs is dead, but I'm using him as an example, Gates or Buffett, they get a check too. They own a car to get a check. They don't own a car to get a check. We got 305 million people in this country. You give everybody in this country $1. Then they go down to, give them $1.17 and go down to Wendy's and buy a hamburger. Or if they're vegetarian, they get a vegetarian snack. So that's my idea. Eliminate the fuel tax and have everybody in the country have a few $100 in their pocket every year. They're not being gouged of, and you just don't have the fuel tax. you'd have so much more money in the economy that you wouldn't need any fuel taxes. So what do you think about that idea? Because they've been gouging people for fuel taxes since that card that I just showed you was created and before. Because the first Gulf station was around 1911. And there were standard stations under different names even before that with John D. Rockefeller owning everything. Okay, well, that's my idea. Eliminate the fuel tax and make the economy go better because people would have more money in their pocket. And make it tax-free. No taking it out. Every American gets mailed a check. That's how I'd stimulate the economy. And Obama's rich, too. Never forget about that. He's worth about $5 million there from his book sales, and you can bet when he leaves office, he'll be doing lectures like Clinton and Ronald Reagan and making boku bucks all over the world. All right, this is a guy from Pittsburgh. I'll catch you later on tonight. I'm already roasting in here because they cut down the tree in the back. But I'll catch you next time, and I will be doing more videos. Oh, yeah, and free Art Bell. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.